got some coffee. Clear up this achievement first entry stuff. I decided to keep it. Why not? Ran 50 plus levels. With it, why change now? Right? So, I think I'm getting close to the Leviathan mission, which is fine. Lay some smackdown on Leviathan, and I'm okay with that. Let's see. Who's in game today? Ah, Zilly. Alright. If he makes it this way, he may join. Who knows? Anyone could join. Who knows? I am here to play the game. Alright. Got our Christmas set up. Doing pretty good. Moving forward. Hey! Hello, viewer. Welcome to Moradona. Alright, let's see. We're just kind of going through the story, right? We are kind of entry into the 2.1, 2.5 expansions pretty early on. Just about to go figure out this Leviathan situation. And I have to go there. Alright. Hey, got a couple of guys in here. Welcome to the channel. I'm MSQing my way towards the Leviathan. Limsa Lomensa. Alright, let's see. That's what I thought. I was about to go up to the upper decks, but this is actually ran through the command deck. Slightly to the side through the bulwark. It's a different location on the map. Alright, take it to the command room. Yes, yes I am. Alright. Merrill Wib. Oh, welcome friends. I take it Y'shtola has apprised you of the situation. Hey, it's Toki. We are back. I'm back. I'm at I'm up in the command room right now talking to Merrillwib. Mrs. Can I buy another consonant or a vowel? Just starting up on the Leviathan. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just kind of going through the MSQ. All right. Let us waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagan had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanalin to supplement their catch. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Pretty bad for a port city, really. Leviathan. Alright. Oh, I missed one. Okay. But if, gods forbid, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Oh, the login queue is going to be bad on the 3rd. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Endwalker's coming out, and it might be a day before I can actually get through the queue to actually stream. Not that I'm to the Endwalker yet. I don't know if I can push hard enough to get there that quick. I can sure as heck try. Who knows? Alright, Lady Menphilia, I am given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so. Easily be 10,000 plus on the 3rd. It will easily be 10,000 on the 3rd, yes, but what I want to know is, will their servers be ready for it? If the servers are ready for it, the queue may actually be a little shorter than that. Who knows? I've not actually, I have no idea what the pre-sale numbers are of Endwalker, but I think that there is more anticipation, momentum, excitement behind Endwalker. I think it's bigger and better than Shadowlands. So yes. Oh, the new servers aren't coming till February? I thought that's why they held off like a couple of weeks, is to literally put them up before the 3rd. That. No. That is a that's a arrow to the knee right there. Oh man. Is that official? The new servers are not up until February? I mean, is that like oh my god, no. That could actually hurt some of the new players, the new casuals, because they won't be able to get in. That might actually hurt numbers. Wow. Holy crap. And that's why they held off. They're holding off for the cross data center, the DC, or yeah, the cross data center, the cross DC. That's why, because it wasn't until then. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. I hope they learned something. And maybe they have a way to alleviate that, but that does not sound good. So, here's what I am envisioning. If this is true, if this does play out, think about real-life chocobo racing. And the chocobos are large chickens, or just chickens or ostriches, right? Except they're not ostriches. They'd be able to handle it. I'm talking chickens. Kentucky Fried Chickens before they're food. And imagine yourself, instead of sitting on your chair at your desk playing it, you're literally trying to ride a chicken. Tiny chicken out in the backyard. Trying to race it with you and 2 or 3 of your other friends. Imagine that level of shit show. In this analogy, the servers of Square Enix will be the chickens. Yes. Yes. That is my analogy. Alright. So for now, I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Oh, hold on. There was a solo duty an hour into SB, and those duties take up instant slots, just like for dungeons and raids and such. So, an hour in, everybody hit this duty at the same time. You would click on the NPC, watch the cut screen, or the cutscenes, and then it would boot you out And so people had to sit there and click, skip the cutscene, and pray a spot had opened. Oh god. Well, I hope they learned how to get around that, and not by just putting those further into the game. Yeah, that's terrible. I hope that they had fixed this, and I hope that they are prepared. And I hope that doesn't mean that all they did was take those instanced, the solos and dungeons and those instances that take the drain. I hope they didn't just move those further down into the mission set. I hope they didn't, instead of 1 hour in, I hope they didn't say, well, let's fix it by putting it, 6 hours in. Because then it's going to be the same problem at 6 hours. 3 days. See, in that situation, I think there should be a 3-day refund. Even if it's only like, $6.99. That's money people could use and be grateful for. Even, it's like, hey, I appreciate it. You acknowledge the problem. Okay, is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wish of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operations. Private de Solos. Hey, that's me. Our scouts are currently reconnoitering reconnaissance Sahagan movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operations staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be appraised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkbreda has charge of the garrison. I will admit, I think I felt some hairs peek up on my neck with the word garrison, and I just hope to God it's nothing like, wow, the word. Bad memories. Okay. What's this? On my server, some of the people that got through came back and flew over the crowd of people trying to get in. The rage was real. It was pretty funny. You can't fly in later zones until you reach certain points in the story. Wow. So they actually flew over the crowd of people waiting to get in. That's insane. I mean, I get it. I really do. Alright, I'm going to fast travel over to Aleport. Wow. So they got through, got further on down, and then they actually came back to kind of, not necessarily rub it in people's face, but just to kind of see the fallout of the devastation. That's rough. Oh, hey! Tig Biddy! Welcome. Welcome. I am headed over to Camp Skull Valley right now. Oh, of course, they're upstairs. Hey, Tick Biddy! Welcome, welcome. I'm actually gonna... Let's see. I'm gonna swap up my, mounts there a little. Alright. Whoop. Oh, well, should try clicking on the person right in front of me. Okay. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. all 6 of the Elemental X ponies while you were away. Holy crap. You actually, like, helped him get them, meaning you actually got all 6 while I was away? Jesus. See, I leave to set up Christmas. This is what happens. That's alright. It's awesome. Set up our tree, got everything going, dinner, good times. Oh, I'll get there. I'll get those ponies too. Alright, let's see. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. Let's see. Vitality, critical, intelligence, or vitality. Is that even worth it? There's a lot of rings in this game. Alright. He went from 5 mounts to 16 mounts in 4 hours. You know, that's awesome. That's awesome. And, you know, hey. Cheers to Take Biddy. And the community in general, to going out there and helping people. That's awesome. Instead of just sitting back and showing off and saying, yeah, you'll never get it. No, you go out and actually help. That's the player base that you want. On your main. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom had never faced a foe the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. The last time I faced Leviathan was in Final Fantasy VII, so while I have faced a Leviathan before, it was 22 years ago. So, among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. Alright. As far as relocating, I may or may not, depending how bad this cross DC ends up. You know, we'll just kind of see. Yeah. Raid Savage content, absolutely. For better or for worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa, all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture into deeply into enemy territory, however, we can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Alright. Alright, so there we go. Alright. Headed over here to Sapsa grounds here. Let's see. Use the Maelstrom Restorative on the wounded Storm Privates. So you gotta kind of find them, right? They say don't go too far in, but I have a feeling we're gonna have to. You know what, real quick, I know that I'm running a little low on my bird here. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, there's one. Yes, yes. Owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reapers, lightly armed. As we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Alright. Is that... Of course, it changes my map. Must go up there to the Serpent's Tongue. And I bet that is inside. Or can you fly? Might be able to fly. Let's see. Let's reconnoiter the situation. Alright. See some soldier corpses back there. Alright. We're gonna kind of slip over the side here. Whew. Alright. Hey, that's fine by me. Kick ass, take brains. It works. Alright. I do believe that is actually all for now. Alright. Alright. You've returned. Thank the navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? Well, not so great. Dear gods. These wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may have become of the two who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that, I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. Well, I will sally as best I can. Let's see. Double check my gear real quick. That's what I thought. Bam. Alright. The Gift of Eternity. Thrice damned fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. For a man with pink boots, that says a lot. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, Sabe. My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagan and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready, but we await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagan have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is likely to be met with fierce resistance. But we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa, Aetheryte, and eliminate the Sahagan priest presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagan Legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the self-same moment, a diversionary squad formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. And likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagan defensive effort. Okay. USA Gu and Y'shtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversions should serve to thin the enemy defenses, rendering your path less perilous. Little less perilous, I'm sure. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagan as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle around to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and USA Gu. Okay. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle. When last did we fight side by side, USA Gu? Too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. It was actually only like, 24 hours ago, but hey, that's fine. Let's see. Go through the first checkpoint and defeat any Sahagan that appear. Alright. We are looking right there. Whoop. I believe this is the kick-ass, take brains portion of the game. Go through the second checkpoint, which is right up the road. shall keep moving. Alright. Onward. Alright. One moment, I'm aiding. Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on. Feels like a real party here. Yeah, we got a couple of chocobos, and now we're picking up Y'shtola, and yeah. Interesting mix. Got some thralls in there, I see. Damn them! They have made. Oh, look at that. She sounds way better than me. All right.
Did I miss much?
Yeah, still don't trust you, Thancred. Okay.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency. To the Aetheryte!
Alright. He may be a ninja, but I do not trust him. Not yet.
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Brought a gun, no knife fight. Oh, they canceled Gunslinger? It could have been a thing? I mean, we have Machinist. And they use a gun, so that's at least something, but there could have been a true Gunslinger? Maybe they'll bring it back. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't ready. Oh, I noticed them, yes.
Liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled, Swordwalker, tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world!
Oh, that makes sense.
To our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery!
Oh.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Ah! Such power! It is transcendent!
Seven hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal.
Ah. It's a very, very ugly cat with 9 lives. Or more.
O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Yeah, that does seem to be a bit of a barrier. So does that.
Heavens forfend. Damn it all!
I being am the world. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Yeah. Alright. Understand I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements, if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated, yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? Alright, let's see what she got here. Fatality, critical hit. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, and that you may be sure, but Limlane herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Whirl in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Alright. And back we go. So I'm going to actually fast till... Whoop, hold on. Why pay money? I have my return set there. Onward. Okay. Marauders Guild. Alright. Where am I? Okay. Ah! Right there. Oh, out there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Talbards. So they got really close then. I mean, there's like everything here's for it. Just, they stopped. Literal guns on the wall and everything. Axes and all that. And they just stopped. That's a shame. That's a shame. They were real close too, it looks like. Maybe they thought it would overlap with the machinist too much. That's a shame. I would have liked that. I would have liked a class that played like that. I know where I need to go. Let me find the closest. The bulwark. Alright. Oh, into the machinist? I can see that. Yeah, they probably felt that it overlapped too much. Alright. You're expected in the command room. Please do not keep the Admiral waiting. Hey, good evening, Crystalis.
Beyond South Tidegate in
We are
Western Lanosha.
working our way towards Leviathan.
Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
Might be. I think they had an idea for an engineer class in Heaven's Ward. Once you see the MCH Machinist Guild. In Ishgard, it'll make sense. And I think they just combined the two. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously one thing they obviously, you know, in game development, they don't want, like, there are multiple tanks, but they all kind of have a very unique kind of feel or play. So I'm guessing that during that, you know, they kind of equaled out the tanks, but they're already in the game. So instead of having an engineer and gunslinger, they put them together, made the machinist because it just seemed to fit. Maybe not fit a little bit better, but they're like, let's not introduce all these different names just for the sake of names. Let's actually give that, you know, just do one really good one, and that's where the machinist came out. Who knows?
The area was subsequently occupied.
Whoop. I'm sorry, Ishtola.
The thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations.
Yes. Yes.
If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa.
I have not run into a single junk item yet. I've sold some stuff going, I don't need it yet, but I have not actually run into any junk items. So far, everything is craftable, usable, of some kind. They combined Thief and Ninja from 11 into Ninja here. They combined Bard and Ranger into Bard. I would think the Bard and Ranger would be a hard one to combine, but I can see it.
That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
Alright, stopping ye old Primal.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells. Is there no way that we might strike back?
I have not heard more than maybe 1 or 2 criticisms of the Red Mage, though, so I think that's a really great class. Blue Mage, I've heard some picking on it due to the leveling and dungeons and not being able to queue for things, but Red Mage is pretty darn popular.
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
I think a lot of people have strong opinions about blue. Evidently, it's really powerful. Yeah, it's limited. Can't queue certain things and have to be carried.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe.
I think, you know, I think that's a common thing in the world of dev and business. You know, they say they can't, but really what they mean is they don't want to spend the money to do it because they're focused on other things. Yeah. Or if they balance it, it'll end up being a red mage. Right? Yeah.
This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieve with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder.
Yeah, that's one smart pirate.
By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan.
Ooh. That's a chore.
This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, The task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
It will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well.
All right.
Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait.
Looks like we're going Leviathan hunting.
Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legend tells us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling, and horrifying in equal measure. We shall see. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. Don't know if they feared them or if they just wanted to capture them for their own intent. Magitech and all. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim. And even should it be true, it is as Y'shtola said, none save the company of heroes has bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals. Sure, there's a roll of duct tape in there somewhere. Can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessels will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed Primal Slayer's claims. USA Goo, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning of idleness. Yeah. Fair enough. The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenoskia. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Alright, so that's where we're headed. With no fast way to get there. Blast it. Alright. Let's fast travel and then fly. Oh, I see Take Biddy back there. That's right. We are headed right now. Well, no higher. Alrighty. This guy again. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. Now look here. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days. And do you hear me complaining? This guy. I suppose some of us just aren't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Tractum ain't a generous soul. Now pick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting. This guy. Oh my god. The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. Now, Leviabetus, huge. Make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell ya. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. Beat us. Yeah. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some as say you can never truly beat Leviabetus. They've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Yeah, that's right. It's me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention. It's all. I'll take back everything I said. I was never part of the company heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble them. That don't happen much. My member's tiny, it's pathetic. Wow. I mean... yeah, what can I say? I sure as hells don't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with my own eyes. That's right, Blizz. Gotta learn to live with the Beatus. 'Twas a fair few years back when I was working as a baker. As a baker's hand. I was shirking me dirties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent, some mounds off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared, I soiled myself right there and then. Oh gods, just remember that day made me soil myself all over again. Wow, right in front of us. Alright. If you're here asking about Leviathan, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, he'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. That's rough. Alright. Worthless lion whoreson. Can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. USA Goo, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviathan? I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We wait you at the Morabi dry docks. Please make your way here as soon as you are able. That guy. That guy. Let me tell you. Got a pass with him. Alright. And I'm going to fast travel back down to Morabi dry docks. Alright. Let's see, is it up here? I don't know where it is. I bet it's down there. Yep. Alright. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of the nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Worrel Eater, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations, in addition to her prodigious tonnage. She has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Worrel Eater and her crew stand ready. My friend, just give the word and she shall bear you to Leviathan. Alright. Let's see. Make sure I'm all up to snuff real quick. We're all good. Saved, yep. Alrighty. Let's, kick ass and take brains. That's right. Having been constructed in some haste, the Worrel Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Naldic and Vimeles are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals to on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Whew. Let me get to a point where I can check my eye level. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Y'shtola, I would have you assist in the effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I, too, would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Y'shtola, if you would join the third levy, and Lady Yugiri, the fifth. What is this? I'm going to go buy some Heaven's Ward gear. It's all level 115 and cheap. Well, thank you. I am not sure my eye level right now. I'll double check. Oh, I can't accept the teleport, evidently. But what But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments, and add a few words of my own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, USA Goo. May the crystal bless and keep you. Alright. There it is. Duty Finder. There she is. And I'm hanging tight for Tig Biddy. Let's see. I believe my item level is 86. Is that the leveling earring with Endwalker? No, I don't. Yeah. We got the cat today. Alrighty, that'll work. Alright, we're just hanging out for just a minute here until Tig Biddy can head back real quick. Ah, well, thank you. Nothing wrong with that. Nope, trade's open. Alright. 6580. You replaced everything except my Soul of the Warrior and my shield that I don't have equipped. That's only a nice little chunk. Thank you. Thank you. Nice. Very nice. Update that. 8151. Yeah, I like the armor too. It's a nice blue, kind of a blue gold. Very nice. Alright. Alright, are we ready for Leviathan? Put some hurting on this guy. And make sure none of the others are selected here. Coral Sun, Coral Eater. Make sure we don't queue for a chocobo race or something crazy. Coral Eater hard. Kick ass, take brains. Whoops. Alright. Alrighty. There we go. Two healers. Where are you, boys? Come on. Just, you know, do your thing. Oh, there's one. Alrighty. Maybe you shouldn't shoot those guns at him. Yikes. Yeah, he's a horny boy, so it looks good. It's the spiky hair. Yeah. Have a slight water serpent problem. Ah, the shrieking eels. Alright. Well, there, Pierre boy. Ah. Holy hell. Primal is down. In the books. Chapter closed. Back to the command room. Alrighty. Let me see. Go the other way. Ah. That's good. Good to hear. That usually means if he's going for a smoke, usually means there's a lot of cutscenes. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits, but today I'll permit myself a few words. Ahem. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Wink. Wink. Kind of makes me not sure I want to go up there. Alright.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Y'shtola! You jest, of course.
Scoundrel? He was literally a huge baddie in the whole 1.0. Well,
But for a chance encounter with
Realm
Alphinaud's
Reborn.
grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Morderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment. But if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
You wished a word in private.
all right.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral.
Whew.
Stay the course, then.
Going through these
But know
cutscenes.
that it will lead to no good end.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Alright. Cutting through the cutscenes.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Alrighty. Lominsian Underworld. Alright. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far. Into their confidence you must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man, and good luck. So I'm looking for the fraternity of martial arts, as it were. And that's where I'm headed. Alright. Let me... Don't think I have anything of... Yeah. Alright. Let's get this on the road. We're getting there. Give him this ye letter. So you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eaten grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I suspect he's got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner. What Merowib says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I am Yagiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. Thinking of trying any classes in Heaven's Ward. Yes! Dark Knight. Yes, that one. I mean, I'm going to get them all, right? I am going to get them all, but Machinist and Dark Knight are pretty high on the list. I know this one's Ninja, but... must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose, I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Yes, Gunbreaker. Yes. Yes, that would be the 4th tank. Dark Knight and Gunbreaker for tanks, I believe. Then, what in the 7 hells are we waiting for? If you'd come to us, with us, Yuguri of Do What's It, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Ha, that didn't come out right, did it? No. Master USA Goo, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. Let's see. Luckily, you don't have to have access to Shadowbringer zones to unlock Gunbreaker. It's in Gridania. Correct. Correct. Yeah, Gunbreaker is not out of reach. It's in Gridania. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Alright. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the Galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I kept you over long. Doubtless, you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. And go back to the Rising Sun, the Rising Stones, and talk with Minfilia. On my way, post haste. Let me open this real quick. Not that it's better than what I got, but getting pretty full in here. Have to clean out some of that. All right. I'm going the wrong way. All right. Minfilia, what are you up to?
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me.
Uh-oh. Even the cutscene is asking to sit back and watch.
When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is aught amiss?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
Whoa.
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned. It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Oh, man. Oh. Alrighty. Before I forget. What's this? Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Oranger will send word if there are any developments until such time as he does. We must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations, which we had previously attributed to good King Mogul Mog 12. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet, all is not well in the Twelves Wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Celia? I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees, hailing from Ul'dah this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the seventh heaven, waiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet them at once. Ascilla. You know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what would happen if you do this. Word will spread, and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. USA Goo, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Sure. Where, oh where? Alrighty. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Menphilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Demons. Just give us a task, and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one that we got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms, and he rode. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city wouldn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where, and then it came to me, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word, Tataru is aught amiss. Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphanod has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill everyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady, we are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphanod, and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we are discussing, either. Yida and Papa Limo will see to it. Alphanod is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry. Alrighty. Off to Ul'dah. Yep. Alright, and yep, Adventurers Guild. Head that away. Save a little bit of walking time. There's Alphanod right there.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
2.3? Yeah, so we plowed through 2.1, 2.2, and we are now feet first, head first, right into 2.3.
Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life.
Isn't it always? Primal to primal, right? A story in between.
To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth.
Yes, we do.
To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist.
Yeah, Automod.
Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence.
Yep.
That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
All right. Let's see. Investigate. Alright. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur, given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raban has to say upon the matter. Right. Hall of Flames. Alrighty. Let's see. Now is not a good time, USAGU. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Affanad, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your Chirugians. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Uldan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away, but would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend? What could not survive? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will return. Quickly, Anon. The general is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, USA Goo. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. That's right. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I've no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. Meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Okay. Here is Swift. Let's go for desperate times. You look as though you have something to say, USA Goo, do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers could be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and fast travel to Blackbrush Station, and we'll go from there. Alright. I'm going to run up north here. It's a lot of flying, I know. And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well then, you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees. Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that. Like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Alright. A friend of the Sultanate, huh? I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak to Zazawaka. He will explain everything. So where in the world is Zazawaka? Back this way. Alright. Don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon. You're not a flame. I see. If Leo Frick bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. Toil be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruler class to account and taking that which is owed. A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you understand why. Even now, he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, please find them before he does. Alright, let's go hear what he has to say. What are you doing? Don't draw, don't draw. Don't draw, don't draw, don't draw. Why did you run away with me? Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here for me. Be here to soothe me. Why? Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? I think I need to soothe him. Hit that up. Soothing in progress. Alright. Who are you? What do you want? It's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, they must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into two groups, sent us off into our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter. And, oh gods, the other group. They're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Huh. Oh. Alright. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deeds themselves. Pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the one he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, and if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat, and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Okay. And off we go. Alright, before we get into this, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to sit still right up here next to him. Bio break, I'll be right back. Take Biddy, I'll be right back. where were we? Desperate refugee. What saith you? 7 hells, they found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. That's not cool. You beat him like it was nothing. Thal almighty, what are you going to do now? Whoa. Speak with the terrified refugee. Where is that? That's all the way back the other way. Whew. That's one big mount. Alright. Alright. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better than a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh, but where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. I could not say. Alright. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. And there is our goal. I'm gonna kind of speed this up a little by flying. Oh, trees. Alright. And that's where I'm headed. Whoa. Height limit there. It's alright. I think I see where I'm headed. Ring of Tents. Alright. See what. Have you seen my parents? Probably not. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ul'dah. The man said they were going to change everything. Make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when they said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? Looking for a merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look, over there. I think that's him. Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? I don't think he likes the look of me. You! Run. He's getting away. Go after him, mister. Alrighty. Forget that. You again? Why are you pursuing me? Well, sedition, treason, revolution, that's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorized the streets of Ul'dah? You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely, you don't think I give a Kikiran's arse about politics. It was business, only business. Doesn't make it legal. You know what? That sounds like an excellent plan. Get some fresh coffee. Sit back and relax. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I should tell you everything. Hell of a shot. What's all this commotion? Seven hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. I mean, not even carrying a bow, so it wasn't me. Hold, Avenger. I would know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. Well, that arrow it caused a bit of a problem in the breathing and life continuation department. Oh, sorry, right. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. So easily they trust. Alright. I'm going to fast... Whoop, hold on. Tigbitty, are you riding a large, pinkish, red carbuncle? Is that what that is? I can't really see what you're riding. I like that. I like that. Alright. I'm going to fast travel back to Ulda. That's a very sparkly mount. Alrighty, where am I headed? Right around the corner. Okay. So, Tigbitty, big question. Are you going to roll one of the male Viras, the bunny boys, and mount up on your pink carbuncle? Of course, that's Endwalker. New race talk. What news, Osagu? Where is the merchant? Femro for life. Alright. Yeah, when I created mine, I decided to, I went through them. Human, I think we've all played humans out a bit. Lullafell, boy, I just can't get behind them. I know they're like the most popular race, right? I have some opinions on why they're so popular and what demographic might be keeping them going, or keeping them in the top of that racial chart. Basically, the tall elves aren't bad. I just kind of took a liking to the aura. Cat girls. Well, I actually, yeah. So I've seen some graphs where they say it's cat girls, but on a global scale, from my understanding, the Lullafell actually have a higher percentage. I'm not sure. I understand where both of them come from. I really do. Yeah. Alright. Murdered! Damn it! To all the seven hells. He was not simply murdered, he was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these rites than you realize. Well, alright. Skill speed, 1813. Tenacity. Vitality. Double check my gear here. I think, yeah, I picked up a choker and a ring, so bookity bam. Looks like my gear is actually going down. Whoops. Didn't mean that. 18, 17. It's because the item level is 115. It's not actually. It's like less magical. Alright. Enough of that. Whoop, wait a minute. I don't need to talk to you, I need to talk to Jesse. I think we already did this one. I'm gonna kind of skip through that, I did not mean that. Revolution. Viva Revolution. Okay. General Raubin. The Flames General left word that you are to proceed to the Fragrant Chambers. As soon as you return, he wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphanod has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Okay. Once again, Royal Promenade is actually listed a little differently, so we're going to come down here and grab the Chamber of Rule pathway. Kind of wish they would have put that Ethernet a little closer. That's alright. Ethernet? Yeah. We've been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside. There we go.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Yeah, I actually get a seat at the table. Nice. Very nice.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
This is really crazy how real this is getting. And this is an older storyline. Like 2015, 16, maybe 17 at the latest. This is crazy.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Let's see. Cat Girl over Lizard Girl. I think Lizard Girl would be the Aura female. I can see that. And then Human Male. Really?
Teleji Adeleji.
That makes me wonder which one I saw, actually. It might have been an older one before some of the other races. I don't know. I actually have to go back and do a little bit of homework and find out what numbers those came from.
But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
Lucky Bancho. Alright. Oh, sure, sure. Yeah, I don't know what, I'd heard that Lalafell were one of the more, possibly the most popular ones by quite a large jump,
That much
but
is common knowledge.
evidently, according to Lodestone, it is not. Destruction by Bahamut was the greatest of the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. Okay.
What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day.
Oh, completely agree. Yeah, you can count inactive and active, but, I mean, if it's not really an active player account, or a count of active players, what's the point of counting it? I mean, that's like taking a census of a nation and then counting all the people from the past 100 years that have passed away also.
Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
He'd be short, but,
A man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution.
Alright.
His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
His path seems rather simple when laid out in those terms.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Pardon?
An Oligon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated.
Let's see. He only counted Grand Company affiliated characters. So not level 1 or 2, actually, like, yeah, actual, like, higher level characters that were not trial only. So he knocked out all the little ones too. Alright. Makes
Oligon
sense.
inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cotonou Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
No, let's see. Yeah, character level, 60 plus, Grand Company affiliated, has at least one mount. Yeah, I would say that those things absolutely classify as an active player, not just like a bag holder or something like that. Or, you know, like a spam bot. You knock all of them out. Absolutely.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
Looks like we're rolling to an Omega showdown here.
that he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
All right. Alphanod. Let's see. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. You are, of course, the Scion best suited for this task. Private de Solos. Do take a moment to visit Maelstrom's command and make inquiries at the earliest available opportunity. Alright. Begone, whelp. This is no place for children. Uh-oh. What's this about here? I'm sorry. I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? Yeah. So, he visited Stone's Throw as well, I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really, you'd help me look, mister? Of course, but first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret. You see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there? We require but a moment. Okay, mister. I'll be waiting. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an archer-starved primal, an aether-starved primal, even dealing with an Ashian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I feel Menphilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. USA Goo, this is Menphilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Ravenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. Alright, maybe Omega isn't on the menu. Let's see who is. The Twelveswood, then the primal threat she spoke of before, has been confirmed. I have received no reports of Izali activity, which leaves the Sylphs. You know as well as I do that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Very well. Alright. And go back to the Rising Stones. Alright. Ah! Lalafell is very high on the Japanese servers. That could make a difference. Odd, but makes maybe not makes sense, but I see it. It could be that they were looking specifically at those servers. I don't know. Here's the July racial and clan distribution of females on different servers. Let's take a look real quick. Maybe. Where is it? Nope. Oh no! Whoa. Okay, hold on. What are we looking at here? Holy hell. Japan. Misquote still really high. Misquote still really high. Bina, Rava, Raru, Rothgar, Lalafell. Let's see. Olafel is tremendously high on the Japanese servers, isn't it? And of course, Mesquote is North America and Japan too, so I mean that's right in there. What is Europe like? Europe likes Mesquote or Mesquote, also the cat guys, and the Aura. Well, Aura's pretty popular across the board, really. Interesting. Yeah, the Rotogen just are not popular, are they? At least not in comparison. Alright. The other Scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. Yeah, go ahead. I kind of missed what she was talking about. That's okay. That happens. Let's see. Critical hit, strength, critical hit, skill speed. And Mithril Bangle offending. Yeah. Hellsguard Femroll. Femroy. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I received some disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the Primal Rama. Rama? Yeah. I'm sorry. May have? Then it is not certain. The Elder Seedseer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlins, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Ramu. Alright. You just stream me to watch me butcher the names, don't you? Alright. Forgive me, antecedent, but the fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu is reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs of their territory. Me or them? Some of the words, yeah. Oh, he's bad. Was it Uranger? Or Riangier? Yeah, he's rough sometimes. He's like half a step towards Shakespearean sometimes, and it's like, seriously, killing me. Let's go on. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the, quote, touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, 'twould surely not have escaped your notice. Oh, I didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. That's frustrating to even me. Alright, I beg your pardon, you foresaw this eventuality, and you did not to prevent it? I told Papa Limo I suppose I could have reported things to Menphilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramu once right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came trampling through the forest. And so long as Castrum Oriens stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. Oh no, doth mother knoweth how deep mine ravenous hunger steeps, whilst thou splendeth time gracing thy peer. In this carriage, lot with thy recent exploits, thine sprawling wastes away beneath the shadows, as mine knees and ankles buckleth in this wretched heat, and mine underfeet burns upon the land, like the blackened surface of a star. I don't think there could be more elegant of a meme. In short, Yida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. There's a lot of those memes because everyone is annoyed by his speech. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's just very nearing Shakespearean. Maybe not as bad because it makes more sense, and sadly enough, more to the point than Shakespearean, I think. But yeah, it's rough. By all accounts, the recent violence in Uoda drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis like that the Sylphs perceived this panicked migration as yet another invasion and quickened their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the Kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. That's what it sounds like to me. That is what it sounds like to me. Alright. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Yosegu, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solus, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? If Ramu can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first steps to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope, were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the beastmen since time immemorial. Fair point. But maybe this time we can. Let us continue this discussion anon. We must first consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. How many Lalafels does it take to paint a wall? Boy. I don't know. There's got to be a joke behind this. What do you think? One of them holds about what? About 1 gallon? Lord. The Elder Seed Seer has requested your personal involvement. Pray report to Commander Hoylach at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meetings with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Punting a Lalafell should literally be like a fast travel option. What is an AST's favorite sweater? Astrologist favorite sweater? What? I'm gonna head toward Gridania, by the way. A cardigan. Boo! That's a bad one. At the same time, I absolutely love it. Wow. Cardigan. Oh, jeez. Whoa! Alright. Lord of Levin. What type of shoes do white mages wear? I think I know this one. Just guessing, but what kind of heels do they? Yeah, heels. I would have figured you would have said high heels. But, yeah. Let's see. USA Goo of the Scions, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seed Seer, however, would speak with you first. What do you call a Lalafell psychic wanted by the guards in Ul'dah? No, I don't know. What is a psychic Lalafell wanted by the guards in Ul'dah called? A small, medium, at... Wow. Yeah. Small, medium, at large. Jeez. Alright, alright. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic rather than martial skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Nofika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus Stand. This is your chat right now. Yeah, yeah. Small, medium, at large. Other signs have arrived. May I show you in? Why do they ask? Yes, when we talking to you. Alright.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramuh is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the Sylphs, too, have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin. Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the Primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other Primals you have encountered, Lord Ramuh is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelveswood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided. Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a Primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations. The Twelveswood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramuh himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities. Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
All right.
You have my thanks. Pray make for Little Solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of...
Alrighty.
An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelveswood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
All right. Fast travel out there real quick. Take care of this problem. Got something brewing out here in the woods. to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramu himself. An enviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. Let's see. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Sure. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigations. I do not imagine it would be much longer. This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching, and have wisely identified the precise location where the touched ones summoned Lord Ramu. Wow. Blah. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions? It will be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please, come with this one. Speak with Maxio. Hold on 1 second, let me... Alright. Alright, let's try this again. Wise ones have ventured deep within the Sylphlins. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for touched ones. Okay. Son of a gun. She's OP. Alright, this one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Son of a Biscuit. Alright, let's try this. As you were saying. This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like the touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find wise ones not far from here to the south. Go in safety. Walking One. Alright. So I'm going this away. So, it's actually you. I am relieved. For a moment I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded self-tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-change magic, it's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Ystola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. The That's quite enough, Papalimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble. At any rate, as I was saying, I finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say I've reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit, that Remua was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetherite. Yes, I realized that. As soon as I get my hot bars back, I'm popping out my chocobo. It's not nearly as dirty in reality as that sounded. Lord of Levin awaits. And... aha! Oh my gosh. Alright. Where am I trying to go? Ugh. Jeez. Let's see where we're at here. Oof.
Nora betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Wow, that dude's got the beard going on.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan. I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult. Thou speakest of harmony, yet carest. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just. Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other. Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born? It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking? Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon thy way. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee. Very well. I shall consider thy proposal. Shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee. Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment. Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
All right.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
Speaking of...
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramuh, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
Alright, striking tree. Alright, Tigbitty. You wanna whack this thing out? That's the idea. Yeah. Oop. Turn that one off. Onward. Just queued up. Lord of Levin. Yeah. Any mechanics I need to know a little bit ahead of time, or pretty straightforward? Yeah, go after the ads. No oddball beard attack. That's a hell of a beard. And we wait. That is it's very majestic. That is a huge beard. Yeah. Majestic for sure. Kinda hate to kill it. Yeah. Well, he's the kind of like the lord and guardian of just kind of brains and smart and all that, so not really a aggressive god, it seems, although he still wants to kill us all. Still rather unfriendly. Yeah, that's what he's more or less just a stern defensive god, not one to aggressively attack. Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, that's the way they played it out, and that's the way they built him. Waiting on this party to form, I guess. Looks like we picked up another DPS there. Slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. Lord of Levin. Uh-oh. Hitting that 5-minute mark. Give it another minute or so and it's going to raise the average wait time. Well, dang. Come on. Painful. Oh, there we go. Absolutely. Come on. Come on. Alrighty. Alright. Bad Santa. Thank you. Alright. Odd battle. Kind of like a slow speed.
Bringer of light. And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine. Shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them. If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one. In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Ascians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
That might be one of the shortest conversations from him. Alright. Let's fly our way out of here. Maybe. No, you're good. I'm going to go turn this in. And I think I'm going to call it a night for a little bit. And I'll be back tomorrow. Bam. Alright. You have returned. Dare I ask how Ramuh received your visit? Not so hot, right? He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well, then, that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solus will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day. The Elder Seed Seer must be informed of your deeds at once. Oop. Elder Seedseer will wish to hear of your experience firsthand. Pray return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. The conjurer at Nofika's altar will be expecting you. Okay. Alright. Let me fast teleport here to Gridania. That's what I thought. Okay. While I'm here... Whoop! No, wrong thing. Welcome back. We who knew of our mission have been most anxious to see your return. The Elder Seedseer awaits within.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell? Ramuh made trial of you. I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartonel, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy, it must needs be nurtured by all. Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in return. As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth.
All right.
Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent. Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
Alright. Alrighty. I'd hope Lord Ramu could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness. That is literally a new word for me. Adroitness with which you respond to the primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Uranger, too, was pleased with the outcome. What say you, USA Goo? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of the day? Yeah, that's fine by me. Alright. There's actually one other thing I wanted to do while I was kind of in the area. Remember the achievements dude right up there? Yeah, that's right. I wanted to go check him out real quick. Make sure I go over the bridge. Don't fall in the water. Not that it matters. I can sprint a little quicker, and that's about it. Alright, let him do his math. And I'm at 4 tokens. Son of a biscuit. Taking forever. I need 6 because there's a a couple in here I want. Barding of Light. Wild Rose Barding. I mean, I guess I could... Those are Bardings, so... BDI, Minion. Here we go. Komenu. Black Mage Barding. Flyer Chiffon. Is there a way to look at that? No, there's not. Looks like a flying hat, like a bombardier hat. Pretty awesome. The Death Claw. I'm aware of what that is. Alright. Wait, what? Oh. Try this again. Alrighty. I'm gonna hang out right in here. That's right. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing anything last minute that needs to be taken care of. Nah, we're good. Okay. Good little playthrough. Lord of Levin plus Leviathan battles there in about 4 hours with some stuff in between. I will be back tomorrow. Join me again as we make our way through this. I think I'm about halfway through 2.5 or 2.3, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5. Don't know if I'll do those all tomorrow. So I'm guessing Monday, Tuesday, we'll probably be getting into Heaven's Ward. Maybe into that Dark Knight. Thank you, everyone who was watching, chatting. And I will catch you on the flip side. Have a good evening.